girl was horrified to discover that the new nanny would perform strange rituals every night to curse her mother. However, she did not step forward to stop it immediately. Instead, she quietly took a video of the scene with her phone. The next day, she placed a voice recorder under the nanny's quilt and successfully recorded the words in which the nanny cursed her mother. After gathering multiple pieces of evidence, the girl finally decided to expose the nanny's true colors. The reason she acted so cautiously was that only 1 week after the nanny had come to the house, her mother's favoritism toward the nanny had already far exceeded that toward her own biological daughter. It turned out that 1 week earlier, on the girl's birthday, her mother had given her a manor. For this reason, the mother had also hired several new senior maids, and asked the girl to choose one to be her personal nanny. The girl had selected the most beautiful one. She had originally thought that the nanny would be as polite and well-mannered as the other maids, that the first words the nanny said to her were not words of gratitude. Instead, the nanny told her with a hint of greed.
我好羡慕你。
At first, the girl did not think much of it. However, after spending a few days together, she found that the nanny had no sense of the proper conduct expected of a maid at all. When entering her room, the nanny not only did not knock on the door, but also sat casually on her bed. She even left menstrual blood stains on the girl's newly changed bed sheets. The girl was angry and accused the nanny of being careless. But when her mother heard the commotion and came over to see what was happening, she took the maid's hand and comforted her, saying that it was really too hard for the maid to work while on her menstrual period. As she spoke, the mother even gave the maid her own bracelet as a reward. The girl immediately reminded her mother that the bracelet was worth 5 million yuan, but her mother said that it had not been easy for the nanny to leave her hometown and come here to work, and that the bracelet was what the nanny deserved. She told the girl not to make things difficult for the nanny, and as she spoke, she even asked the nanny to take off her work clothes and rest for a while. It was at this moment that the girl realized the nanny was actually wearing a dress that her mother had personally sewn for her. The girl was just about to question this, but her mother told her not to be so petty. Seeing her mother defend the nanny at every turn, the girl couldn't help but suspect that the nanny was her mother's illegitimate daughter. However, after investigating, she found that there was no relationship between the two. Just as the girl was deeply confused about this matter, the nanny suddenly fell while cleaning the ceiling. When her mother heard the sound, she immediately rushed over to comfort the nanny, filled with deep concern. But the nanny indirectly implied to the mother that it was the girl who had deliberately made things difficult for her by making her clean the ceiling. Upon hearing this, the mother flew into a rage immediately. She did not even listen to her daughter's explanation, and ordered the girl and the nanny to switch identities for a few days.